welcome to the Really Helpful Club. And I am Sarah Austin, and I'm going to be joined today by Alex Webb. Alex is a business and a leadership behaviour coach who specialises in enhancing, just waving to Alex, who's requesting to join on. I'm going to be chatting to Alex today all about her journey, where she's come from, what she does, why she does it, but also talking to her about your power decade. Here we are. That was a bit of a sort of funny joining process. I started the live, but I had to stop. It all went wrong. Anyway, here we are. That's what I love about technology. Alex, welcome.
Thanks, Sarah. Nice to be here.
Welcome on a sunny Friday morning. I literally have come out with one line about you, saying you're a business and leadership behaviour coach, so given absolutely nothing away about you. But Alex, you're a long-term supporter of Really Helpful Club. We love working with you. We love you. We've done so much with you. What I want to do in today's session is to chat to you about your journey, because I think it's so relevant to the work we're doing, and very specifically about your Power Decade conference. More about that in just a second. But a bit like all of our In Convo series and our conversations, I think it's really important to set it in context of who we're talking to, what they do, why they do what they do, their passion, their trigger, their light bulb moment, because I think that is everything about what we do. Okay, so just before we kick off, very nice, we've got Toby watching from Masano Payments. Hi, Toby, but got some sound issues. Now, Toby, I'm gonna kick it back at you. I think it might be the issues your end. Alex, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, no problem.
And I can hear you. So I'm so sorry, Toby. Maybe reset your internet and come back and let us know. But please don't be deterred by that. Come back and listen to the conversation. So, Alex, let's just sort of quickly kick off, learn a little bit about you, your journey, where you come from, and why you do what you do. Brilliant. Thanks, Toby. Good to hear.
Thanks, Sarah, and well done, Toby. Got that one sorted. So I've been in the world. I started in the world of education, actually, as a PE teacher, and as a lot of women's careers and many careers now, it becomes very squiggly. I ended up in the world of events, and actually I became very successful in the world of events as an events director. I was in magazines. I was running massive events for corporates. I then stopped to have a family. And often with women as well, when we stop to have a family, I had to change career because I couldn't do 14, 15-hour days any longer. So I went around down different routes, working with a dragon from Dragon's Den, and then working with government on sort of trade missions. Loads of different experiences. But what happened is I lost my confidence, because I was thinking, who's going to employ a mum of two who only wants to work 3 days a week? And I couldn't understand what my strengths were. I had no idea. I didn't know what my values were. I didn't have a purpose. I just felt really lost. And my confidence plummeted massively. I then got into the world. I kind of went back to my teaching roots. I was a sports coach and had been all the way throughout my career. And I became a resilient leaders consultant back in 2018. And it was then I suddenly realised I know what my values are. So I know when they're being trodden on. So I know why I'm feeling rubbish. It's not because I'm not good at anything. It's because my values aren't being met. And I started understanding what my strengths were. So from then on, I've continued growing my company in leadership and development, TLRdynamics, because of the sport and business connection. And 4 years ago, with a colleague, I set up Resilient Women Leaders, using the Resilient Leaders framework that I got so much from, and we now bring this to open programs, so anybody can join us. Women transitioning into more senior roles, wanting more confidence in their leadership language, things like that. So we have a great alumni now and a great network. I'm really proud of kind of the journey I've been on, where I've got to, and in the last 5 years, I've definitely had to pull on that resilience due to sort of personal circumstances changing and things like that. So that's kind of, I'm glad I've got it. I build on it every day, and it's hard work, but it's definitely put me in good stead.
I love that. That all important line, I think, about know your values is, and I think that sort of segues very nicely to talking a little bit about our conference, which which is what we're really here to kind of talk about and encourage people to be able to book in, know what they're coming to. And we are going to be holding our annual Your Power Decade conference on Thursday, the 10th of October. It's at Roehampton Club, which is in London in SW15. And I'm so excited about this conference. I think it's really special. We do so much that helps people to navigate transition, be able to help people at every stage and every age in life. But I think this is a especially good one. It's all about self-discovery, self-empowerment, that transformational journey about giving yourself permission to reignite and rediscover the magic that lies within you. And I think that pulls back really nicely to what you were talking about just now in terms of values. So I guess in a nutshell, Alex, what does Power Decade mean to you?
Well, I did have a think about this one, and I love the Power Decade and the title because it's inclusive to everybody. And I think that's something that we do with the women we work with. We support them wherever they are on their career stage, because we're all at different points. And I think I'm really lucky. I feel lucky, and I know you make your own luck, but I'm in a decade now. I've just turned 50. My business is going well. People are coming to us now. I'm doing a lot of travel. I've got a great family of support. I've got great friendships. I'm looking after my health and fitness and well-being, mental fitness as well as physical fitness. And I've just become an international best-selling author as well. So things are looking great, but I've had to work at it. And I think for this conference, for anybody coming, find the little areas where you can work on, where you can just add an extra bit of strength in there or confidence in there, and it will keep building. So there's going to be something for everybody at this conference. Wherever you are at the moment in your career journey or journey as a parent, there will be something here for you and some top tips. But like everything, it's behaviour change. You need to want to be the next person that you want to become. So it's now, even if it's just one or two things that I can change my habits that are going to support me become a stronger, better, more confident, more aware person within in next 10 years' time.
Very good. And I think that segues very nicely, thinking about behavior change, those little things. It's small change, small things, big change, isn't it? So it's small change, big impact. And so I think which segues really nicely to the panel discussion that you're going to be chairing, and that's entitled Shifting Mindset to Build Resilience. And I think, again, that can mean so many different things to so many people. But again, for me, that the conference is so important because it's almost like holding up a mirror to your life. And it's like, the inverse of, if you don't shift your mindset, you're not feeling that level of contentment, of that level of, purpose and joy, then actually you do want to look at it and look to see what can I do that can make that small change, that small difference that ups the dial. It changes that narrative. So tell us a little bit, without giving too much away, tell us a little bit about what everyone can expect from your panel discussion. Who's on it and what are some of the things that you're going to explore?
And as you say, this is such a huge topic, and you could have the same title and have so many, go off in different tangents. But we've got three amazing panelists. They've all got their individual stories. They've all been on their own journeys and have come through, the other side, I suppose, or coming through. We're always still on that kind of rim. We can always improve and learn. But it's all led them to work in their individual kind of ways where they are. So we have Anna. She's a psycho-nutritionist working mainly with women, I believe, who are struggling with emotional eating, binge eating, so that food addiction, and that's through her company. And I'm just looking at my notes here. So Feed Your Body, Not Your Mind. So she's going to be sharing how our sort of relationship with food can really transform other areas of our lives. She mentioned when we chatted earlier this week that our relationship with food is like a mirror reflection of our relationship with ourselves, and resilience comes from within. So I'm really looking forward to kind of exploring that one more. Lalith is a former paediatrician and founder of Behind Your Mask. Now his journey has led him into the mind more. So, and the stories that we tell ourselves, then the stories we tell ourselves, that the narratives that can sometimes get stuck in our mind, that don't necessarily serve us very well. And I'm sure we've all got narratives that we believe are protecting us, but actually, you know, and we don't really, we sort of leave them alone a little bit. But actually, by Lily's brilliance is supporting individuals and groups to unlock this, so that these narratives, we can reframe them so that they serve us better and bring that more positivity. And when we have more positivity, resilience heightens because we can cope with more. You know, resilience is all about that awareness, being able to cope when we go from pressure to stress, and we're always going up and down that spectrum. There's a lot of the work that we do is talking about that spectrum up and down. But if you can take control of that inner narrative, I think that's a huge help in that kind of building that high performance, and avoiding sort of heading into that downward spiral. And it's this downward spiral that can lead us into dark places. But it also leads us to the story of Tony Brown, who's our third panelist. He's the founder of Total Body Health. I think that's it. I believe that's in Wimbledon.
Yep.
And there were two statistics when we chatted. There was two statistics that stood out to me which I was kind of, I definitely wrote down, which was like 75% of all suicides are men. And we've all got men in our lives. And that 25% of all over 60s are on at least one or two pieces of medication. Both of these were quite shocking to me. And Tony shares his story of his own trauma, his own journey with medication, and how he's been able to find his own way through. It's a great story. So if you just like hearing other people's stories, just come and listen, you know, for all of the panelist stories. But he has this huge understanding of that powerful connection between body and mind, and he actually goes kind of down into that cellular level, which is fascinating, and how we can he brings these approaches to other people. So you can see an eclectic mix of experiences, of knowledge, of expertise, you know, highlighting how any positive step that you'll get so much learning from this conversation increases a positive mindset, which will help grow our own resilience. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope I can do them all justice. I know we've only got half an hour, but I think it'll be a great conversation.
Alex, thank you very much. And there you are. I mean, that's just one of the panel discussions that we've got coming up. We're going to be doing other lives where we're talking about, you know, other areas that we're talking about at the conference, you know, exploring areas of sexual confidence, talking about self-care, and the importance of prioritizing your health, the importance of feeling secure in your financial and your legal well-being. There is something in this conference for everybody. And that's because, you know, this is all about putting that oxygen mask on, taking that first step of putting yourself first, not in an act of selfishness, but in that act of being able to help those around you that matter to you most. Because if you put your oxygen mask on, you know that actually you're in a position to help not just yourself, but it's important in your business life and in your relationships too. So thank you very much to everyone that's joined us. If you've enjoyed what you've heard from Alex, and look, you know, she's just skimmed the surface of what we're going to be doing at that conference. I love it. I think it's this amazing journey. It's such a great, uplifting, energizing, inspiring, and most important of all, empowering morning. Then if this has struck a chord with you, then please pop onto the Really Helpful Club link in the bio, pop onto our website, book your place now. Places are, you know, almost gone, so we've only got a sort of handful left. So for goodness sake, don't miss out on this. This is your opportunity to put yourself in the driving seat of your next decade and make it your power decade. Thank you very much, Alex, and thanks to everyone who joined us.
Thanks, Sarah. Nice to see you. See you in a few weeks.
You too. Bye bye.